Hi, it's Marcus from the BlockDAG Academy here again. I wanted to tell you about the learning and certification programs that we have put together through 2025. The uptake has been extraordinary, with people enrolling into over 12,000 courses, and we have issued over 3,000 certificates so far for learners who have successfully completed a course. Essentially, we maintain two categories of programs: learning and certification. Let's talk a little more about these now. As head of learning, my first 6 months was spent sourcing and developing a learning platform that would be easy for our learners to use. Many of you watching this session will have accessed the BlockDAG Academy already. If not, I encourage you to take a look, as there is an ever-growing list of courses and blockchain use cases there for you to access. And best of all, it is a free service offered to our BlockDAG ecosystem. There are also a number of communities there for you to join and participate in, depending on your area of interest. So what are the learning options through the Academy? No surprises that the initial courses were all about the foundations of blockchain, as well as more specifically BlockDAG as a layer 1 blockchain. I believe that to truly understand BlockDAG and how revolutionary DAG technology is, you need to have an understanding of what blockchain is and how it is applied. The courses are not technical or lengthy, but you will learn the language of blockchain, what blockchain consensus is about, how blocks work, types and limitations of blockchain. You will also learn what cryptography and hashing actually is on a blockchain and why they are important. Additionally, we teach a simple explanation of BlockDAG and why the DAG technology is revolutionary. Next, we developed a series of courses in decentralized finance. This was in response to community requests as well as industry uptake of blockchain. These DeFi courses cover a range of foundational topics so that our learners can get a basic understanding of how blockchain is changing how money works and moves. I covered the main financial primitives of payments, lending, insurances, and exchange, joining the dots between blockchain and cross-border transactions. In response to the community, we added further courses in learning about the token economy, financial inclusion, and crypto trading. For our developer community, we added some more business-related courses covering business modeling and critical success factors. These courses are designed to enable our builders to ensure that their applications actually delivered sustainable value. So not only are they building great applications technically, they also have a better chance for success in the market. On successful completion of a BlockDAG course, learners can claim certificate for that course. Sometimes a specific course is all you need, but for many, certification in a discipline is important or even necessary for their job or employment prospects. For these, we have prepared bundles of courses that culminate in a certification. For example, you could earn a certification in blockchain or decentralized finance after successfully completing a curated program of courses. Over the years, I have designed and authored qualifications ranging from certificate courses to postgraduate qualifications. We have taken this expertise into our BlockDAG Academy to curate certifications in areas such as blockchain, decentralized finance, and building on the BlockDAG blockchain. Our ambassadors and moderators complete certification so that we have people with a level of competence in those roles. 2026 will see us expanding on our certification programs to cover real-world requirements for skills and knowledge. Importantly, these certifications come from actual industry where the requirements, coaching and mentoring is from actual experienced mentors and teachers actively working in the blockchain ecosystem. So we are keeping it real. We have an important development ready for 2026. It is our digital credential system for those who successfully complete a learning track with the Academy. So what is a digital credential? Digital credentials are enduring records of learning and evidence of skills that are recorded on-chain. This means that they are immutable and cannot be altered. For example, once our learners have completed a learning track or maybe a hackathon project, the outcome is recorded on-chain, and the recipients of the credential can be issued with a badge or certificate that contains details about what the credential is for. One cool thing is that the recipient has access to a link to the credential, which can be displayed as a graphic image in their email signature, resume, or maybe in your LinkedIn profile or any document you might like to add it to. Andrew's team has been designing a range of super cool graphics for the range of badges and certificates that can be earned. Let me talk more about how these digital credentials can be used. One of the Academy's core goals is to identify and develop talent. What we have seen in 2025 is the extraordinary talent within our builder community. So we decided to find a way to make that talent visible, not only within the BlockDAG community, but also to the broader blockchain ecosystem and community. We looked at credentials from three perspectives: learners, employers, and recruiters. When credentials are trusted, shared, and structured to work across hiring systems, they unlock real value. Employers and recruiters make faster, more confident hiring decisions. And learners gain visibility, credibility, and momentum. When learners' credentials are seen and valued by employers and recruiters, it helps them land jobs and promotions. For learners, the BlockDAG digital credentials make it effortless to add their digital credentials to applications and LinkedIn, which 87% of HR leaders use to search and validate credentials. The BlockDAG digital credentials make their credentials and the learners discoverable. This is facilitated through our online talent directory. We know that 84% of learners want to be featured in an online directory to connect with future opportunities. And 75% of HR leaders already use or want access to searchable directories of credentialed talent. But only 37% of issuers offer them. For employers, credentials need clarity for humans and systems. Employers aren't rejecting digital credentials because they don't believe in them. They're rejecting the ones that feel vague or unverifiable. So what matters most to employers? Employers report that it comes down to three things. Firstly, a clear, plain language summary of skills the learner acquired and, where applicable, the level of mastery. Second, they need evidence of some level of mastery, for example, of projects, assessments, exams, and activities that demonstrate application of those competencies. Third, and importantly, trusted third-party endorsements, especially from industry, such as the BlockDAG network, that add external credibility. For example, verification of hackathon/buildathon participation or ambassador activities. As the credentials are maintained on our blockchain, we have a structured approach to recording credentials in the system. The output, if someone clicks on a badge or link, includes an identifier such as name and when the credential was awarded, a description of the learning/skills outcomes of the credential, the actual level of mastery achieved by the learner, a sample of any work/project output produced by the learner, and finally, evidence of buildathon/hackathon participation. We know that not all people want their credentials to be searchable by third parties, so they can simply opt in if they would like to be searchable. So I hope you found these initiatives as exciting as we did. The BlockDAG digital credentials and BlockDAG talent search will ensure that all work and courses you do is captured in a way that makes it easy to distribute and is just one more way that the BlockDAG Academy works with our builder and learner communities. Again, our number one priority is to launch Mainnet and the TGE, so you can expect these high-value initiatives to be available after launch. Okay, thanks for your attention once again, and I'll hand you back to Nick and Jeremy.